he was like, hey man, have you ever thought about trying to go viral? Like, he was like, there's some real promise here.
It's interesting because it sounds like you kind of got a whole nother career.
I like looked at it like, wow, is that right? And I clicked, I was like, is that right? Can't be right.
Ruslan.
There's a transformation that happens about 11 years ago. You're in church now. You kind of cut off a lot of the friends that you would party with. And then is this around the time you started doing your own YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay. And was the Spider-Man thing the first thing that really popped off there?
Yeah, so I started the channel 09.
Okay. And you were just doing highlights at that point? Old school throwback
Just highlights only.
Okay.
I found a kid who made some of the Professor mixes and went crazy. Back in the day, you could send a DM on YouTube. So I DM'd him. We got in touch. Turns out he lived just south of San Diego. He's in Chula Vista. So that's like, a few hours from LA.
Yep.
I was always a grinder though. So I asked him if he could teach me how to edit and if he could make my first couple videos on my channel. And so I drove to his house 3 times a week. Like, it's kind of crazy. It shows I had nothing else going on. 3 times a week I drove from LA to his place.
From the Valley?
From West LA.
From West LA to Chula. Bro, I don't even go to Chula Vista.
To Chula Vista.
Chula Vista is practically Mexico.
It's crazy. It's crazy. So I'm going
so
down
hold on,
there,
you're going down there and he's editing and you're like curious.
and I watched him edit the videos
and
front
you
to
want to
back.
learn to edit the videos.
Yeah, so he taught me.
Okay, so hold on. There's a lot there. I didn't know that. There's a lot there as a creator that you're willing to I mean, you're practically skill stacking. You're taking something in a discipline it requires to be great at basketball. And you're saying, I'm in my mid-20s now, but I'm going to be curious enough to go and learn
From a kid.
16, the craft of video editing.
Yeah.
I never knew this.
Yeah. The kid was awesome though,
This
man.
is big for people who are just, I just want to do one thing. I want to stay in my lane. Da, da, da. And you're like, nah, dude. Like, I'm gonna grind and figure it out. So you're going down there.
Yeah. And to be fair, when those people ran up to me and said they saw my YouTube in London and in Australia, it really occurred to me like, hey, this is a TV channel. This is free distribution globally.
Yeah.
And I know at that time it was only in 10 countries or something. Now it's like everywhere. But I did think this could be TV later.
Yeah.
Like if everybody can have their own TV channel, what's that gonna mean in 10 years? I was like, let's go crazy. It's my only chance. Ain't nobody else care about me.
Wow.
Agents won't even give me a gig.
Right.
And they rep me. So I learned from this kid, and he made my first like few videos, 2 or 3 videos on Professor Live, and then I did it. So I had in 2013, I had one video that had over 500,000, and a couple of those that were 100 and some K, and then other like a bad video would do like 10 or 15.
Wow.
Okay. And so I was like doing pretty good. I remember I had 17,000 subs. But that's like uploading just whenever I get some footage. Like I ain't even filming it firsthand.
Yeah.
Just whenever I got the footage, everywhere I go out to it, hey, can I get the video?
Yeah.
I chop that up with whatever crappy quality it was or whatever.
Yeah.
So then my homie Rob, shout out to my homie Rob Set Free. I think he knows you actually. He was the one who taught me how to use a DSLR, and he was like, hey man, have you ever thought about trying to go viral? Like, he was like, there's some real promise here. Like, you could strategically try to go viral. So we brainstorm, put our heads together, and then he comes up with the idea for Spider-Man basketball because he's like, look, it's cosplay, which I didn't know nothing about. It's prank. It's comedy. It's sports. It's basketball. It's all in one.
everything,
It's like 6 genres in one.
Yeah.
And I go out there and did it, and then I came back that night. I shot it in 20 minutes, bro. Never missed a shot. Held the court. Just played like king of the court with some people. They probably thought I was on drugs. And then every trick worked.
Yeah.
Couldn't even see the hoop, and I'm throwing it, keeps swishing. I was like, all right, whatever, I'll take it.
Wow.
Yeah, if you notice, I didn't shoot a 3 because when I had the 3-point, I couldn't see the rim.
Yeah.
So I went back and edited. It took me like 3.5 hours, 4 hours to edit it. I didn't know how to compress a video, so I'm only exporting master files. I think that was the only option back then. They didn't have that 4K for Apple device.
Yeah, yeah,
They didn't
yeah.
have that in Final Cut. So it's like Final Cut Pro 7.
It's probably taking forever to upload.
Forever. So it said like 15 hours. So I edited. I went to sleep that night. I had a flight to Chicago. 7 a.m. I had a game in Chicago because we were touring with Ball Up. So I wake up next day, still uploading 5 more hours or whatever. So or maybe it just said like an hour or something. So I was like, screw it. I'll just leave the computer on all weekend. I was like, I don't care. So by the time I got to LAX, it had already uploaded. I got like the email. They used to only have the email notifications. And I remember I looked at it, it said it had 310K views, and I like double take. I remember I was tired. I'm half asleep on the rolling to the terminal, and I like looked at it like, wow. Is that right? And I clicked. I was like, is that right? It can't be right.
Yeah.
Then the time I get to Chicago, it already has over 1 million views. And then then like day later, 3. And then by the end of the week, 6.
Holy moly.
And back in the day, remember that time, you had 6 million in a week. That's a real viral video.
Oh, yeah.
That's like, now the algorithms are better, right? YouTube's way better than the algorithm. You have a banger, you might, like one of my vids did 16 in a week.
Yeah.
So it was different, but my inbox on YouTube is spam. Good Morning America, ESPN, MSNBC, CNN.
Wow.
Sports Center.
This is 2014?
13.
13.
So 2013. So that's kind of how that went down with Spider-Man basketball. But shout out to my homie Rob. He really came up with the idea. And then
Shout out to Rob, man.
Yeah, Rob. You know Rob Monroe? Is it Set Free?
Really I am familiar.
Set Free.
Yeah. I know the handle.
Yeah. So
that's crazy. So how big was the channel? Because you said you had 17,000 subs. How big did the channel grow at that point?
Oh, 1 million overnight.
Overnight?
Well, in a week.
In a week.
Literally, like, I think, actually, you know what? That's the way I say it. I think it was like 700 or 800K, and then the next few months got to 1 million. But basically,
was the AdSense
business overnight
booming back then?
I made, so I was in a bad MCN deal, 50-50 split.
Yeah.
Somebody told me that was a good deal because Vivo channels take 90, artists get 10. It's like, this is a good one. I was like, okay, that doesn't mean it's good for everybody. Yeah. But I went for it. So I was in a 3-year deal, 50%. So I made, end of that month with that first viral video, I only made $4,000. So it total, my channel made over 8,000 at that time.
Yeah. Which, I mean, a lot has changed in terms of YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
And so it took you a while to kind of reveal that you were the Spider-Man character, right? Like you kind of kept it on the low.
Never took off the mask until like way late. Yeah, way late. But it was better because it was more pranky. Yeah. And then it brought some like mystery, talk about it more.
Yeah.
I think if I would have took it off the first, it's just been kind of over at that.
Yeah.
Or who knows?
It wouldn't have been as cool.
Wouldn't have been as cool. I felt like.
How did you get to this modern format you're at now, where you go to these dope locations, just play some pickleball, guys talking trash. You know what I mean? Like, how did you get to this place?
By accident. I think God guided it. But honestly, like, so yeah, God brought the Spider-Man thing work, cosplay goes off. But then also this one time in 2015 or 2016, I was playing a dude and he was like a little bit heavy and he had like a button up on. So one of the narratives early on social, and I used to pay too much attention to comments or what people say. One of the things was like, he don't play any good competition. He's playing bums all the time. And so,
which is funny because it's like, no, not that you're not playing good competition. It's like the good competition looks like bums when you're playing against an elite level athlete.
Right? It has to be one of the two. Right. He looks so bad. Like either he was good, just look bad, or whatever. But I mean, the truth is, I just play everybody, right? Yeah, you go play street ball. I'm the best in the street. What am I supposed? If I played college player, I'd be a college player. Played in the NBA, I'd be a NBA. You know what I mean? Right. So street ball, that's what it is. But so I played this dude. This video is my biggest video on YouTube today. It has 82 million.
He dislocated his shoulder, right?
Yes. Yeah. It's like, it is fake. We couldn't have wrote a better script. He talked all this crap. Yeah. It's like a movie how it played out.
And the location is nuts. It's like
Laguna Courts on Main Beach. Yep. It's one of my favorite courts in the world, if not my favorite. But and then somehow a one-on-one conversation, he wanted to play. It's like his idea, talking all this crap. He's like, just watch his hips, man. It's easy to guard him. So we ended up playing one-on-one. Midway through, I shook him. He's slapped the ground. Like he went hard. I didn't even touch. You know, sometimes ankle breakers are contact. This one's a no contact ankle breaker. Then 2 plays later, I did something. He threw his shoulder. I like broke his shoulder, and we had to stop the game. And I was just like, "Hey, good game." You know what I'm saying? And then that one did like over 10 in a week or something like that. And then
he threatened to sue you or something, didn't he?
They sent me. I think they allegedly sent me some papers, or something like that. But whatever. I mean, it's his idea. YouTube ruled in my favor. They filed a privacy complaint.
Hold on, he filed a that's whack, bro.
It was his idea.
Yeah.
And then they counted, but YouTube counted. You know what I'm saying? There was like 47 cameras filming it.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's not much of an argument there. But I feel like we couldn't have wrote a better script. Like it was just insane. But when I go to the edit, check this out. Yeah. I go to the edit. I don't know why. Whenever I went berserk viral, I always edit till 5 a.m. It's like a trend for me.
Yeah.
So I'm staying up late. I'm editing the vid. I started early, but it just went on. I got in the zone. Yeah. And then I decided to edit this one. Let's tell a story of why I played this dude. Let's show how this game comes about because I always play these people. I just show the highlight mix, and then y'all got a problem with who I played. So I showed why. I showed the trash talk. I said, let's subtitle it. You can't hear him fully clearly. Let's subtitle it. Let's tell this whole story of how we got there and why we got in the game, how it went. Let's keep the score. Boom, 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 boom. And then I was like, it's perfect thumbnail, man. This ankle breaker, it's crazy. I said, let's just do that as the thumbnail. So I did everything right on accident. And then it was the first ever video that said expose and trash talker. My cousin on the dude, he was like, you about to get exposed, he told the dude. And then my title, I was like, what do I call this dude? Heckler? I was like, people don't know, not all people know what a heckler is. Is it trash? I'm not going to say ish talker. Like he's a trash talker. Yeah. So I was like, all right, 1v1 versus trash talker for $100. Laguna Paradise Court. Yeah. That was the title. And then from that, everything's trash talk, right? Yeah. I see people in different genres versus the trash or whatever. So we did everything right, but I think God is kind of like guided it. And then we learned, a story is what's most captivating.
100%.
If I would have asked somebody experienced in film, they could have told me that, or even YouTube at that time. But a story is what Brigades. I'm so hooper, so athlete.
Right.
I'm only thinking basketball and the amazement of the game, and it's like, bro, there's more to life. People are more into life and stories than they are your skills. So something that could lead to the game is like what goes crazy. And then if you cosplay and give it a whole theme, that's a different video. But that one's awesome too.
Yep.
In a different way.
Yeah. So this video goes crazy, tons of views.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because it sounds like you kind of got a whole nother career. Like you did the N1 thing and that was a season. And now there's another season and it's going, your YouTube is taking off, right? And it blows up.
It's crazy.
And so you're now at almost 7 million subscribers. Hopefully by the time this is live, you'll be north of 7 million.
Yeah, praise God, man.
Which is
Hopefully,
amazing.
really.
Hey, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see the full extended version of this podcast, be sure to sign up for our Patreon community for only $5 a month. It'll really help us continue contextualizing the gospel using YouTube, media, and podcasting. And in exchange, you will get full unedited versions of the podcast, of our daily after party streams, a discount for our merch store, and exclusive access to our private Discord server. It's only $5 a month. The link for Patreon is in the description of this video as well as the pinned comment below. If you're feeling like, yeah, I don't think I want to sign up for $5 a month, that's okay. We also have links in the description of this video where you can make a one-time contribution on Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal. But we really want to get you over on Patreon. So again, hit the link in the description, sign up now, and I'll see you over there, all right? Peace.
And it said that Simeon blessed God.